This project has engendered tremendous interest, and I was reminded when I heard 2007 that it's been pending a long period of time as well. The council came together after extensive public hearing and formulated a plan for the property and completed its application to the Department of Defense for acquisition of it.
This is a wonderful project. I am very pleased. I live across the street from it, and I will be glad to be rid of that ugly old building. And what I see coming is really a wonderful improvement.
So I think that we are on pretty safe ground in terms of, in fact, moving this project ahead and making this terrific affordable housing and open space project happen now. And I hope that the council will endorse it.
Councilmember Masuda?
Yes.
Councilmember McAustin?
Yes.
Councilmember Tornick?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Robinson?
Yes.
Mayor Bogard?
Yes.
The motion is approved without opposition.
Yes, we are conditioned to add street lighting along the frontage on Westminster. This element right here is a dry stream bed. It'll be an active stream bed during rainy times, that it will provide the drainage from the park, ties into a drain structure and ultimately into the lower Arroyo and the Arroyo Seco Channel.
I live in Pasadena, so I thought of what would be a real enhancement to this community.
This is really a proud day for my council district, my great field representative, Takako Suzuki, myself, but really for all of us. This is the kickoff event for Desiderio, the former Desiderio Army Reserve Center, in preparation for this rebirth as open space and a neighborhood park and 9 wonderful Habitat for Humanity affordable homes, bungalows, and the formation of Desiderio Park. This property actually goes back to the early 1900s when it was all part of the Arroyo Vista del Arroyo Hotel. And then in 1943, the property, as you may know, was acquired by the United States Army and was used during World War II and thereafter as a military hospital. And then in the early 2000s, the Army communicated that they intended to recommend the facility for closure. In 2006, the city of Pasadena was designated as the local redevelopment authority for presenting a reuse plan. After the demolition and the site preparation is ultimately we will have this concept of a joint neighborhood park, open space, and the affordable project by Habitat for Humanity of San Gabriel Valley.
We rely very extensively on volunteer labor and the sweat equity of the home buyers. These home buyers will put in 500 hours of sweat equity with a minimum of 335 of those hours right here in this site, building their own homes and the homes of their neighbors.
About 25% of the property, sort of tucked along the hillside there, will be for Habitat and those 9 beautiful bungalow homes. And then the remaining 75% will be for the park. Most of that will be open space, sort of a meadow. And, I've referred to that many times as the repatriation of this space to the Arroyo, which is as it should be. This will not be an intensive, urban park or anything like that. And then there will be a small playground area more over toward that-a-way that will accommodate, families during the day to have families and some children there as well. I also would be derelict if I didn't pay respect and mention the name of this site, and it's been called Desiderio after a deceased captain who died, Reginald Desiderio, who died, was killed in the Korean War. And my friend Jim McDermott and others have been really energetic about making sure that we remember that history. And we do have a plaque that commemorates Captain Desiderio and his sacrifice. And he was a Medal of Honor winner, actually, which is a very, very small group of individuals.
It is exciting to recognize, and I'm going to ask you just real briefly to close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to think about the park that's going to exist here in the future. The building behind me, the two-story building, all the buildings will be removed. About 80% of the concrete that we're looking at is all going to be removed. You're going to see a meadow-like park, really an oasis in the middle of an urban environment. You've got the beautiful Colorado Bridge at your back, staring up at the amazing courthouse, historic courthouse in Pasadena. And there's little kids playing on the side and the 9 bungalows that we talked about in the back. And just really a wonderful place to relax and enjoy being outside in Pasadena. And even though it's a warm day today, we've got that wonderful breeze that makes us feel better. And that's what parks are all about, is to make us feel better and to make us recognize the fact that a park doesn't discriminate in any way about who can use it. Everybody can use a park. That's what they're for. It's an opportunity for everybody to enjoy, and it's something that really is, I think, precious. So thank you all for coming and celebrating with us this afternoon, and continue to look forward to see how the progress of this renovation continues to occur, and this transformation of this really hard space into a soft, meadow-like environment park, which is welcoming to all.
I hope that you can tell I couldn't be more excited to be here today after waiting for 9 years for this to happen. One of my tasks at the moment is that I am working on the qualification documents for the home buyers for Desiderio. It's a delight to get to know these families better and to be sure that we have people who meet all of HUD's requirements, and they have many requirements. 9 wonderful families, 9 of the luckiest families you could imagine to live in this wonderful city and this beautiful community. Get acquainted with what's coming to this neighborhood. 9 beautiful homes. We couldn't be more excited that we have the very same architect that some of you met back in 2006, 2007. And his Scheme A, the one with the yellow background showing the park, is the one that was actually approved as the design for the reuse.
We've been working so long, and as we begin now with this demolition to see real change happen, and then I know the project is going to spring up right in front of us, it's going to be very, very exciting.
There you have it. The Desiderio project is officially underway. We'll be keeping track of this important new affordable housing and city park project here in beautiful Pasadena. I'm William Boyer for KPAS TV, your news and information station for the city of Pasadena. Thanks for joining us.
This is the groundbreaking ceremony for the Desiderio homes. They have been long awaited. We've been working to have this opportunity since 2006 and are pleased to now be owners as Habitat for Humanity of the property and to welcome the 9 families that are shown in the program today.
From a land use point of view, this property is really, as you can see, even on a rainy day, is a gem. And to recapture it from what it was, which was an institutional use, sort of a semi-industrial use only, to recapturing it as open space and an affordable housing site is really such a home run. So on behalf of the city of Pasadena, I'm delighted. I welcome the families in advance and look forward to getting to know you.
This is really win-win. We will have this wonderful new affordable housing project with 9 ownership families moving into this beautiful new part of our neighborhood, and then we'll have the rest of the property repatriated to sort of open space with these beautiful vistas of the Arroyo and the Colorado Street Bridge.
We are so grateful to the City of Pasadena, the U.S. Army, and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development that have provided this site for 9 families. And those families are going to experience the wonder of home ownership.
I want to invite the entire community to come out and volunteer to help build these homes. You don't have to have a contractor's license, but we will teach you skills and help you to be safe on the build site. And it will be a fun time for you and a fabulous time for all the families to get to know their future neighbors in the community.
Today marks a cornerstone in the history of my family, something to build off of. It offers us the opportunity for stability, to become a member of a tight-knit community, and really a chance at the American dream.
And we decided to give it a shot because you never know, and considering the fact that they wanted veteran families to apply, we were one of them. They selected us. It was completely unbelievable. We couldn't be any more blessed to be given this opportunity.
I thought that we were going to get the house, so my dream came true because I wished on the first star that I saw.
I think our journey affords us the understanding that we're not alone, and we're not just potential homeowners, but members of a new community. So it stretches out to the 9 homes here, but also the greater community of Pasadena. I'm excited to embark on this journey with all of us in it.
We moved over 12 times individually in our families, and this will inevitably change that for the future of mine and my wife's family and our daughter's family.
Through Habitat for Humanity, my parents will be able to provide my siblings and I with a great home. A home where we can grow, a home where we will feel safe, and a home that will be stable and we won't have to worry about moving every couple of years.
You know, part of what for Habitat for Humanity that makes this such a blessing for our family is to be able to not only build our home, but to be able to help build the homes of our neighbors, and to think that we are going to be lifelong friends, that we'll all have memories of building our community together. It really is a dream come true.
Knowing that Pasadena is behind this effort makes us proud to say Pasadena is our home, even more so. It's been just incredible to think that the whole city is behind this effort to make homes a reality for families like us who could never have even dreamed that this would be possible.
God has blessed us with 3 wonderful boys, healthy, gorgeous, and now He's blessing us with a home. It's been very hard for us to accomplish a home without the help of Habitat. So we're very thankful and blessed to be here today. Thank you.
I want to thank you for coming to work today. By participating today, you're demonstrating your commitment to affordable housing.
So we're building homes for Habitat for Humanity. I'm a commissioner in Pasadena, so I understand the importance of affordable housing and all the efforts that Pasadena is making, including inclusionary zoning, all of those things. So this is really important for the city, but it's also important for the region because there are so many people that move out of Pasadena because they can't afford to live here. And we need a diverse population to have jobs, to have arts and culture, and to just have a community that's really vibrant.
And I was invited by her councilwoman, Margaret McAustin, to come and be part of the special Women's Day, and I'm so glad to be here. This is really exciting. I think the thing that strikes me the most is being able to build with the families that will be occupying these homes. That's just very meaningful to me to literally be side by side with them in this experience.
It's amazing. I mean, it's not just buying a home, you're building your home. So it's the part that I was most excited about too. So yeah, when they told us about the 500 hours and that we had to take part in the construction, I was excited. I was like, oh my God, and I can see it in my kids too. My kid was driving on the overpass with his friends and he told his buddy about it and he was like, oh look, they're building your house. He's like, no, my mom is building it. So that felt good when he told me about it. So it means so much more because, you know, we took part in it.
I think you guys know Pasadena is committed to affordable housing. Right now, right today in Pasadena, we have about 300 units under construction or in development. Right now, that's not including what we already have. In a tangible way, you're doing what so many women do every single day. You're doing the work that makes things happen. In this case, you're literally helping to build these homes so 9 families can live and develop roots in Pasadena.
You learn what a bunch of things are called. In the beginning, it was like a whole different language to us. They were like, wait, what is that? All I knew was nail and hammer. That's all I understood. But then later they're like, oh, kings and trimmers and and footings and headers and, you know, galvanized nails. I was like, wait, what? There's different types of nails? So it's interesting learning all of that. I love it.
Just want to extend blessings upon the family that will occupy these homes and welcome them to Pasadena. It's a wonderful community. There's a lot of resources here and really positive, wonderful energy. And so we welcome them to this beautiful community.
Always going to be thankful to Habitat for selecting us and giving us this opportunity. So that's always going to be part of, you know, our dream come true, mine and my kids. So that's something, yeah, that we're going to carry forever and always be thankful for.
Today we are at our 9-home Desiderio development located under the historic Colorado Bridge. And so this 9-home development is being developed by San Gabriel Valley Habitat for Humanity and all of our amazing volunteers. And today is very special because today kicks off our portion of Women Build Week. It's a movement that brings women together from all backgrounds, sectors, companies, and areas to combat our country's housing crisis. And so Women Build Week is this beautiful intersection of women in the community coming together with women in need to address the housing crisis and to build safe, decent, and affordable homes for families and women in need.
So what is being a Habitat homeowner? How is that going to affect you and your children, your family in the future?
So I believe having a secure place to live is the most important. And for us, one of my daughters, she was very sick last year. And where the place that we are currently living, it has holes through all the house, basically. So every time it's too hot or too cold, she gets really sick. So for us, being in a house that we know that's not gonna happen, that's the biggest issue for us.
It's a opportunity for women to connect and help build up the community. My experience with Habitat for Humanity has been just wonderful. The staff, they're warm and welcoming. They're, you know, excited about the work that they're doing. They pass that excitement on to all the volunteers. It's just a very, very good, very positive environment to come to each day. Outside of taking care of my own family, this is one of the best parts of my life now.
When I was in school, we would design things and we would draw them out, and we wouldn't really get to see like a building being built. I think it's pretty fun. It's really like different seeing things on paper versus like in life in 3D, and you can actually touch and feel the things you're drawing. And there's like kind of a disconnect sometimes when you're always on the computer and you just see screens, lines, paper, that's it, you know, and it's a good experience. When you see it actually being done, like you finish the building or the bricks on one side and you're like, yes, I completed that. And there's like a physical realization of your efforts, right? And then you move on to the next one, and the next day, the next one. And so there's like a little marker as you go on and you complete more and more of the building.
What does this mean to you, to having the opportunity to buy your own home?
It's just a blessing. It's a blessing for our family. I think it's one of our biggest dreams, and it couldn't be possible if it wasn't for Habitat, because even though my husband worked so hard, it's just, we could have never put money down for a down payment and buy your own home.
Not everybody can or is able to get a loan to buy a house, and if they do, a lot of the times they have to put down a big down payment to be able to do that. So I think that I see that side of it. So I think it's cool that, you know, these people are able to do that without having to go through that struggle. Yeah, it's fun. It's something different. I work in an office, so it's a little different from what I do every day.
I want to be an excellent role model for both my son and my daughter. I want my daughter to always know that she can do anything, and I want my son to know that girls can do everything too. My experience here on the site has been extremely positive. Each day I check in, I'm given a task, and I've never felt I've been judged for being a woman. I'm up on the high scaffolding, I'm hanging siding, I'm building and doing all the things that the guy next to me is doing. There's been no judgment at all.
On June 11th, 2018, the project culminated with the dedication of the homes to the 9 happy families. Habitat for Humanity staff, volunteers, family members, and city officials like Councilmember Steve Madison and Mayor Terry Tornick were in attendance for this joyous occasion.
We all worked together to come up with a design that would fit well in the West Pasadena community. So this is the craftsman style, which is so prevalent in Pasadena, and these homes are set up in a traditional Pasadena courtyard setting where several homes face each other around a courtyard. It was designed to promote community, where all the families can live together, the kids can play together, they can all keep an eye on each other's kids and all that. So the front yards all face together around a central communal shared courtyard.
I'm just ready to move in. Yeah, having the house done is like real, like it's real now. Like at first it was just like, okay, it's gonna take time to build. Now that it's completely done, it's like, whoa, like this is really happening.
Having the home complete means we can finally have barbecues in our own backyard, so that feels good. Celebrating all the holidays here, we don't have to carry things to the park or anything, so that's a good feeling. So I can't wait till the first holiday rolls around.
It's overwhelming, to be honest. I was pregnant with Lucy when we started the house process, and so she represents how long the process has been. And so the fact that now we're here and this is ours, and August went through and opened every window in the house today, it still feels dreamlike in a way.
We went to a lot of different cities, and this one, as soon as we started driving in, and
we saw how beautiful
there's
it's so
a lot
green.
of trees,
Yeah.
and I had been in the area before. I grew up in Los Angeles, but I never thought I would be living here in Pasadena. So when I started coming to volunteer and to work on those hours, I would still hammer like a little woodpecker, So, and finally I found that stride, and really I learned a lot here. I've got to meet a lot of great volunteers and the future homeowners, or the homeowners now, But it was great. It's a great experience. It's really rewarding, and a lot of personal growth, Especially not knowing how to do construction or how to build stuff. It was amazing.
So building the house, at first you feel like you don't know anything about it, but being here so much, it's a lot to learn. So it feels good to know every single piece of detail that goes into building a house.
To see the neighbor kids sitting on the stairs and playing with one another, chasing each other into the backyard. And of course we're all here with, friends from church and everything cleaning. And then August comes marching through the house, which is our son, covered in mud on his shoes, mud on his transformer. And I had that moment of like, this is what it's all about. That to have a place where our kids can have neighbor kids, that they can have the freedom to run around and get muddy and know that they have a home. That's something that we never could have even imagined when we were applying for this, is what that would mean to have a place like this for our children.
It's an amazing journey that to be here finally and when we opened the door earlier, it was just amazing to walk in and be like, oh,
That's ours. We don't have to worry anymore about moving or what's going to be in the future, or when we're going to be 50, 60 years old. We don't have to worry about, what are we going to do? Are we going to be able to afford something? So now we have that spot, so we don't have to worry about that. So we know that this is ours and it's going to be ours. And our kids going to grow up here with their friends. So we're really happy about that.
Yeah.